going on, Jerome's? So we've been waiting with bated breath to see when Vikings guard Dalton Risner, Roadhouse, will be returning to the game day lineup, and Risner returning on a one-year deal after the Vikings signed Blake Brandel, and him working at right guard, potentially supplanting Ed Ingram if he didn't pan out. The time is finally here. Vikings go. The Vikings have activated guard Dalton Risner from injured reserve. He'll enter Indianapolis versus Minnesota with no game designation. He initially was listed as questionable when he was on IR designated for return, but now no designation means that he will be good to go on Sunday night. Defensive lineman Taki Taami has been placed on IR, and Jalen Redmond has been elevated to the active roster for tomorrow's game. But for Risner, O'Connell been pretty bullish on Risner over the last week, and Risner's gotten 2 full weeks of practice. I think that the Vikings feel comfortable with him, but of course Kevin O'Connell playing coy with what they're going to do at the right guard spot, as well as with Cam Robinson. But Ed Ingram, I want Ed to be good, but it just hasn't come together in pass protection. And I know that Risner is much more of a pass protector than a run blocker. Honestly, if you could just put them together, just like form with Ingram's run blocking and Risner's pass blocking, and you would have the perfect guard. You would literally have Zach Martin in his prime. But what I think is going to happen for the Vikings offensive line, I think Cam Robinson starts at left tackle. I think that you feel comfortable with the veteran, and as O'Connell has alluded to many times this week, we're just like, hey, on meaty downs, it is a tackle versus an edge, and that's universal. I think it's going to be Cam, Brandel, Bradbury. I don't know. Initially this week, I was thinking that they would start Ed, but have him on an extremely short leash. But now I'm just thinking they might just say F it and start Dalton Risner, right? And also, I mean, this break might be what Ed Ingram needs, and maybe a step back and working on things and seeing things from a different perspective could certainly help, because the talent is there. It just hasn't clicked over 2.5 seasons. Maybe talent's not there. I don't know. Of course, Brian O'Neill's being the best right tackle in the game. So, honestly, Vikings getting the best 5 out there with Cam, Brandel, Bradbury, Risner, as well as Brian O'Neill. Even though you lost Christian Darrisaw, which obviously sucks, to be honest, that's a pretty damn good offensive line, and I think that's one that the Vikings offense could put up a lot of crooked numbers with, and would love to see. But your thought? Oh, also. So I know this photo is from last year, but Risner, his locker is in between Bradbury and O'Neill, just where he would be if he was the starting right guard. I feel like that's foreshadowing. Actually, I think it's going to happen. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Risner activated. Will he start Sunday against the Colts? Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You know what to do. Skull production value.